In the ancient land of Uz lived a man of flawless reputation. He walked uprightly, shunned evil, and feared God with sincerity. His steps were guided by divine wisdom. His name was Job, a man respected not only for his wealth, but above all for his integrity, piety, and humble heart before the Lord. Job was not only a righteous man, he was also immensely blessed. He owned countless herds, fertile lands, loyal servants, and 10 children who rejoiced together in celebration. He was considered the greatest man of the East. His house overflowed with laughter, peace, and prosperity, a life bathed in the favor of God. But in the heavenly realms, a scene unseen by human eyes was unfolding. The sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and among them slipped in the accuser. Satan, the adversary of souls, came to disturb the peace with his dark intent. God questioned Satan, "Where have you come from?" And Satan answered defiantly, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth in it, observing those who dwell there." His words carried the poison of suspicion, for he watched goodness not to honor it, but to destroy it. Then, like a father proud of his faithful child, the Lord said, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him on earth, blameless and upright, fearing God and turning away from evil." All of heaven seemed to rejoice in Job's faith, but Satan ground his teeth in resentment. Satan replied with contempt, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not placed a hedge around him and blessed everything he owns? His fields flourish, his children live in abundance." Then with venom in his tone, he added, "But stretch out your hand and strike all he has, and you will see if he does not curse you to your face." The challenge was launched, not only against Job, but against the very purity of human faith. The Lord responded with calm authority. "Very well, everything he has is in your hands, but do not lay a finger on the man himself." Thus a boundary was set between the trial and the man. Satan, frustrated, yet granted freedom within limits, withdrew, and the winds of suffering began to blow. That day the sky darkened without warning. The shadow of calamity fell upon Job's house. The enemy, now unrestrained, struck with fury, and what had taken years to build was undone in a single moment. A servant arrived, breathless. "The Sabians attacked. They took the oxen and donkeys and slaughtered the servants." Job's gaze darkened, but he said nothing. He did not yet know it was only the beginning. Before the first had finished speaking, another came. "The fire of God fell from heaven. It burned your sheep and the shepherds. Nothing remains." Job's heart tightened, but he kept silent. His spirit began to tremble. A third messenger followed, his face pale. "The Chaldeans raided your camels, your servants. They were mercilessly killed." Each word was another wound, but the worst was still to come. At last the final messenger came, tears in his eyes. "Your children, they were feasting in their eldest brother's house. A violent wind struck it. It collapsed. None survived." And that day became the darkest of Job's life. Then Job rose, broken. He tore his robe, shaved his head in mourning, and fell face down to the ground. But there, in the dust of sorrow, he worshipped. For even stripped of everything, his soul recognized the greatness of God. And he said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." His words pierced the silence of heaven, rising as a fragrance of pure, unconditional worship. In heaven, Satan returned, thinking Job would break. But God said, Do you see? He still holds fast to his integrity, despite all you have done to him without cause." The accuser lowered his eyes, but he had not yet spoken his final word. Satan insisted, "Skin for skin. A man will give everything for his life, but touch his flesh and bones, and he will surely curse you to your face." He sought to strike at Job's final defense, his own body. The Lord replied, "Very well, he is in your hands, but do not spare his life." So Satan afflicted Job with painful sores, from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. Sitting in ashes, scraping his burning skin, Job had become unrecognizable. His wife, overwhelmed, lost her faith. But Job remained silent. His friends arrived from afar: Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. When they saw Job, they were struck silent. For 7 days and 7 nights they spoke not a word. Sometimes silence is the only answer to unbearable suffering.
Job repented in the dust, not because of a hidden fault, but because he had come to understand that God surpasses all human comprehension. And the Lord restored Job, giving him twice as much as before. He received a new family, renewed land, and an even deeper peace. His story became an eternal testimony of faith in the face of adversity.
The story of Job teaches us that even in the deepest darkness, God is still present. He sees suffering, he hears the silent cries, and in his chosen time, he restores what was broken. Do not lose hope. Even if everything collapses, keep the faith. For the one who formed you knows the end of your story, and his faithfulness is stronger than the pain of the present.
If this story touched and inspired you, don't hesitate to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming stories, and hit the notification bell to be informed as soon as a new video is online.